What up, tubas? Okay, I'm going to share my experience with Spirit.com, which I will never, ever, 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 ever fly for Spirit ever again. Okay, I was being cheap. Me and my family have been going through some difficult times, so I decided to fly into Atlanta, Georgia to just spend a couple of days with my daughters and, love up on them. Okay, everything that's cheap may not be good for you, and you always have to take that in consideration. Well, I said, okay, we looking at a flight 250 round trip, spend some time with the kids, first class. I could take a carry-on bag. I don't carry stuff when I go to Atlanta. Okay. Well, flight going great. Flight coming back, that's a whole nother story. Well, I'm sitting in first class, caught the first flight back from Atlanta, which was a 7 o'clock in the morning flight. And I'm exhausted. Like, I'm exhausted. I fell asleep until I woke up into this all this rumbling and everything. I'm like, what is that? People are running off the plane. I'm like getting scared. And the flight attendant come up and she was like, oh, okay, guys, we are about to take off right now. Please get in your seat belts. We're leaving. Okay, cool, no problem. Go back to sleep, wake up. We still in Atlanta, Georgia. Now the layover was from Atlanta to Florida, 45 minutes from Florida to St. Thomas. That's not no problem. We can do it. I'm just trying to spend some time to love up on my children. Well, at 11:30, we just takes off. And it's about an hour 45 minutes from Atlanta to Fort Lauderdale. They reassuring us that we will not miss our flight, our connecting flight. We will get there. The plane is going to wait for us. Don't worry. Remember this. When someone tell you don't worry, worry because they don't have it together. They don't. Okay, so we take off, we get to Fort Lauderdale. As soon as we land, we see our plane taking off. It's about 30 of us that miss the flight from Fort Lauderdale to St. Thomas. I'm like, okay, once again, I'm ready to get off the plane, like take off running. All I have is my backpack, cool. No, we get there. So you have to check out of the airport to go to the front counter, which that was chaotic. We go to the counter and Spirit has no answers. They're blatantly telling us, oh, well, you missed your flight and the next flight will be on Sunday. Once again, I flew in on Friday, so they had me on a Sunday flight, which meaning that I would have to go to Fort Lauderdale, get a hotel room, a Uber hotel room, and be back at the airport the next day, 1 o'clock in the morning, to get on the waiting list, a standby or something like that, in order to get from Fort Lauderdale to St. Thomas. So I'm like pissed off. I'm exhausted. I cannot believe this is happening. So we had a Caucasian lady. She started talking. And when she talked, everybody listened. When we was talking, nobody listened. Apparently, Spirit gave us $21 in a food voucher and told us that we can be on the waiting list for a flight for Saturday. But it was only first come, first serve. I hope you're staying with me because this was an adventure in itself. Okay, first come, first served. So I look over, I see these two young ladies. They appear to start crying because they can't afford a hotel room. Me personally, I don't like going to Fort Lauderdale hotels from the airport because you have to go a distance to find a good hotel. Everybody else was cool. They was like, oh, we're going to the casino and this, that, and the other. But the young ladies were crying uncontrollably. And I was like, OMG, like, don't worry. I had their back. I'm in mama mode. So I told him, I said, look, come over here. We could not go back into the airport where it was good restaurants and, go through TSA because we didn't have a flight agenda. We wasn't scheduled for the next flight. So we had to be outside of TSA because we had to be right there, the first ones to pop up. They open up at 3 o'clock in the morning to be on that standby list. So the young ladies, I took them and I said, don't worry about it. I have everything in my backpack, wipes, clean up stuff, whatever, and I built a fork over in the waiting area. I wiped everything down, told the ladies, like, don't worry about it. I had blankets, I carry this stuff in my backpack. I have a couple extra blankets, and I told them, let's get something to eat. Let's build a fork around us. We took the carts and we made them adjustable where no one can come in. They ate. We had a place where we could charge our phone because I had a little extension cord. So all of us could charge our cell phones. We watched movies. And I promise you, I totally ignored my husband's phone calls because he was furious. His thoughts were go to the hotel, rest up, we'll figure it out later. Do you want me to come and get you? I mean, I was like, how do you come and get me? Like, you're not going to drive here. So he was pissed off. But I could not leave these young ladies. And I'm just being real. Like, I guess it was like mama mode. Well, anywho, we were safe. We were okay. The bathroom was right there. We had our food. We had our snacks. We had our fork. Everybody had their blankets. We were charging our phones and, we was watching movies. And 2 o'clock in the morning came. We were right in line standing. Let's just say we were the first on the list. They only had 4 open slots for standby. It was 30 of us, 4 open slots. I didn't care where I sat. I didn't care how I was getting there. I just wanted to get home. I got home Saturday afternoon and I officially decided I wouldn't care if Spirit is the last airport that come or plane flight that come to St. Thomas, leaving St. Thomas. I will never ever be on it. I am sorry. They customer service sucks. They did not help us. It was scary. It was uncomfortable. It was weird. It was just so sad that this was a actual airline and customer service. But it is what it is. I'm Angie Pooh, and if you're looking to have a convo, reach out to me. Deuces, guys.